I don't know when I'll get to building this. I do have some kits that I want to try to finish first before getting into this, but this looks like it's going to be a really fun kit and I'm really looking forward to it. So expect a review coming at some point. I don't know when.
Oh boy, I can't wait for TMG to review the MG Barbatos. What? It's been 3 years already and he still hasn't reviewed it? And he also changed his name to Macpla, which is kind of a catchy name? Are we really gonna do this again? Alright, I'll take it from here. Good guys, it is Plastic Disaster back with another review, and today we're going to take a look at the Master Grade Gundam Barbatos from the Iron Blooded Orphans anime. You see in my previous videos, I've already taken a look at the other variants of the Barbatos, like the Lupus and the Lupus Rex, but this is the regular Barbatos that was introduced in season 1 of the anime, but this is in the 4th form. I do have the high grade of this kit and the SD, but the problem is for the high grade, well, I'm not sure if I brought it with me to Florida or I left it in Arizona. Who knows? So this was meant to be released during Heroes Month, but you know, things happen. Take a look at the box art. We see the Barbatos already smashed the Grace and he just slams the ground with the mace. Inside the box just shows off the nice articulation on the arms, the action poses of Barbatos, the weaponry, more action poses, and what the kit looks like when it's built, and the runners beside it. Right over here we have the front and rear shot of the kit, more action poses, and it shows off the glorious inner frame. After cracking open the box, we got 7 bags of runners and the manual. Looking at the cover of the manual, we see a familiar box art, and opening it up, we got some information about the lore of the anime, and if you want to read this, feel free to pause and do so. Checking the parts list, well, looks like we're gonna have a few leftover parts. Checking the middle of the manual, we see some nice art, and we're going down, we have a color guide for the mobile suit and the pilot. It also shows off how you can panel line the Gundam model kit, making the details pop. Right over here, it just shows off more action poses, the pilot, weapons, and right over here, the glorious inner frame. And moving on to the last page, not only you have marking sticker location of the mobile suit, but you also get one for the inner frame as well. And in the back of the manual, here's what the kit looks like when it's all put together. Runners A1 and A2. You also have 2 runner B2s, and they're going to be parts for the inner frame. You got 2 of runners C1 and C2, and get this, runner C2 is just this part right here, while C1 is just all this. Runners D1 for silver and D2 for gold. E is going to be a multicolored runner with a big chunk of white, yellow, clear green, and red. Runners F1 and F2 are going to be the white parts. 2 runner Gs, it's kind of like dark blue but almost black. Runner H is going to be the pink clear parts. Runner I1 and I2, I1 would be the blue and I2 would be the brown parts. Finally, runners J1 and J2 are going to be the weapon parts. Color correcting sticker and a marking sticker. Now if you look closely, you also get some like battle damage marking sticker if you want to weather the kit. Pretty nice. So that's gonna be it for the unboxing part, and I am super excited to put this kit together, and after looking at all the parts, I know I'm in for a treat. I'm gonna put this together right now. I'll see you guys right after. And here's what the Barbatos looks like when it's all put together. Overall, the building experience, it's actually, well, here's the thing. When you're putting the inner frame together, you're going to have to be like really patient with it. I mean, it's a master grade. You are dealing with like very tiny parts, so be careful of that. But putting the armor on the inner frame, that's actually pretty easy. Taking a look at the out-of-box presentation, Bandai really put a lot of effort in this kit. Little silver bits for the pistons. They didn't have to, but hey, they did it. As for seam lines, there are some, but it could go as a detail. Moving on to stickers, well, you get the green for the eyes, but you also have a clear green piece of plastic which I use instead. And this sticker right here goes onto the gun right here. That's gonna be it for the out-of-box presentation. Overall, it came out really great. Nice engineering, nice color separation, and once again, I really like how Bandai took a step further on this. So I'm gonna put some work on this kit, and I'll see you guys right after all that work. Here is what the Barbatos look like, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad. But the thing is, when it comes to top coat and Florida's, weird weather, it came out a bit weird, but I don't know. Does it bother you? Like, look at the blue right here. You see those little white outlines, and the red looks a little bit off. I don't know. Maybe I should have been more careful and be a little more patient or something. Maybe it kind of looks like natural weathering. Okay, maybe I'm trying a little too hard. Moving on with accessories, starting off with hand options or finger options. You get closed fists on the kit. You get an open palm. You get one for the weapon holding hands. Except you have its sword. It did came in brown, but I did paint the silver part. Next up, you have the mace, really nice looking, and to collapse it, you just push this down, and you also get this cool gimmick of the spike just sticks out. Finally, you have the big ol' smooth bore gun. Once again, it looks pretty badass, and to collapse it or store it, you just push this down, pull this out, and it just collapses like this. You're gonna have to get it to connect like that, and also the handle does move side to side as well. Speaking of weapon storage, let's come to the backpack. You're gonna need these two adapters, and to attach the adapters, you gotta pull one of these out and slide these gray panels out like so. Then you just slide these on, which allows you to store weapons. It should look something like this. And you also get the 1/100 scale of the pilot himself, Mikazuki Akis. I did put some pen line on him just to show you guys the detail. Moving on with articulation, the head is on a ball joint. You also get a neck joint down there, which can rock backwards and forwards. The shoulder can move like a butterfly joint. The shoulder pad can move up this far. Try not to pop it too easily. The arm can go, okay. The arm can go this high. We also get a bicep swivel, and you also have a rotation, and I swear this is gonna pop out so easily, so I'm gonna put it to the side. So where was I? And you also get a double joint on the elbow, really nice piston detail. Moving on to the wrist, there is a hinge right over here, and you also can move it down and up. So if you want to do like the little sword pointing action, you also get a ball joint on the thumb. Okay, much better now. Onto the torso, you get a nice forward and backward crunch. You also get some side to side and a rotation. Of course, it's a master grade kit. The cockpit does open up, which reveals Mikazuki sitting, and I think there's another way which you can pull this down as well. There you go. The front skirt can move up this far, the side skirt can move up this far, it does rotate, and as for the back skirt, it can move out this far. For the thigh, it can shift down and up, so when you shift it down, you do have a little bit of a higher kick, and it does move back that far. As for the splits, well, it can do a full splits, and you also get a thigh rotation. You get a double bend on the knee, and since we're on the legs, you also get this really cool gimmick that these side thrusters can move up and down or rotate, and this right here can move down and up. And moving on to the feet, there is a rotation, but you are limited because of the piston right over here. The toes can move down, it can move up, and this little ankle arm right here can flap, and this back heel can move in and out. And as for the pivot, I gotta say, it's a pretty good one. And moving on to the backpack, I did show you that these can pop out and rotate, and be careful, don't pull it too hard because it does pop off a little easily. So far it's hanging in there, and this middle thruster right here does move up and down. Overall, the articulation on this kit is really great, and I love how the weapon storage doesn't get in the way. And speaking of weapon storage, I want to talk about the smooth bore gun one more time. And what I forgot to mention is that to store it, you don't need the adaptive piece, which is really good. And the thing is that if you want to look good in the air, you're going to need this adaptive piece, which this kit does come with, and I forgot to mention it. As comparisons, here it is right next to the Gundam Mark II, and as you can see, they're both the same height. In the universe, both of them are slightly taller than the average size mobile suit, which is 18 meters. Finally, here it is right next to an SD kit and Lego Batman. And yeah, slowly trying to bring the family together. So moving on to my final thoughts. Overall, it's a really great kit, and I would highly recommend to any builders out there, whether you're a beginner or an experienced modeler. It kind of feels like a must-have model kit, whether you're like a fan of IBO or not. I want to give this kit like different weapons or different armor. There is like a P Bandai set, and I don't know how often Bandai's going to reprint that, and if they do come around reprinting those, I would get my hands on that. By the time this video is released, they have confirmed the MG VDAR. I'm really excited to get that one. But that's going to be it for the review. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Want to see more content like this? Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Questions, concerns, comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my buddy Backplot. I'll see you guys in the next video. So, how many more years until they make the Master Grade Lupus or Lupus Rex?